Good afternoon, Mauricio.
Good afternoon.
There's two ways of looking at this game. Is it a nice break from the Premier League, or does it kind of stop your momentum just at a time when you've won 5 games in a row and maybe you want another Premier League match straight away?
No, I think that for us it's a game, of course, important competition, the FA Cup, and it's true that maybe it's a good opportunity for us after to come from a very busy period in Christmas to give some chance to play a player that not play maybe regular, but we need to find the way to try to be competitive because we play again a very good team like Aston Villa, and we want to go further in that competition too. And but we need to assess the player after that period that always is too difficult, and try to take the better decision to try to help the player and to try to help the team and to achieve big things. And one of the big things is to try to win Sunday and to go to the next stage on the FA Cup.
How many changes do you think you will?
No, I don't know.
As many as 11, or is that too much?
No, 11. But we cannot today to have a clear idea. Tomorrow, sure, because we need to measure the level of the player and to assess properly, not only physical, if not mental. Some players maybe they need rest to attack after the different competition, and yes, but it's sure that we make some change.
The victory against Chelsea was only worth 3 points, the same as a win against Watford or Southampton. But was it worth so much more than that in terms of belief for the players?
Well, I think it was a massive victory for us. On the end, it's true, like you say, 3 points, no more than 3 points, no different than another game. But it's true that it was after Chelsea run. It's a team that is on the top. I think was a good opportunity to show that we improve and learn from last season. I think that I was very pleased after the game because we showed that we were very competitive, and sometimes in this type of game maybe you don't need to play in your best, but yes, to be competitive. That was maybe that we missed last season to challenge Leicester on the end and win the Premier League, and that I think for me is a big statement and big step forward, that the team need to keep that mentality that sometimes when you not play in your best, this type of game, if you are competitive, you always will be close to win the games.
Are you in the title race now?
We are in a very good position, third in the league after 20 games. We can say not, but we cannot say yes. I think it's a long way to the end of the season, and if we show at the moment that we can keep and cope with that level and be competitive, I think why not we will dare to fight them for the title. Yes.
Can I just ask you about how good Dele Alli could be? How much more improving does he still have to do? Does he remind you of any other young players you've met over the years in terms of his potential?
I don't want to compare. I think that in the last few days appear a lot of comparison with different players, but that is normal. I think he's very special player. He's completely different. That all is Dele Alli, and it's difficult to compare. And I think his potential is still massive. Big gap to improve and learn, but he's showing now on the present and unbelievable qualities and great. He's showing a great performance, and yes, he's one of the best players today on Premier League, but with potential to improve a lot.
And just finally from me, would you like to bring anyone in January? Is there an area of the team that you would like to improve?
No, I am happy. I'm happy in all the areas. Always we are open to improve, but it's true that January is a very difficult market to improve.
Given how well Dele is doing and improving constantly, do you think if that continues, by the end of the season, it's quite clear that we can say he's the best England player? Not just the best young England player, the best England player.
I think he can improve. It's true, it's difficult to improve. The last few games, he's scoring, playing well, but I think he's a potential player to improve because he's still very young. But it's true that more is difficult because today he's showing he's one of the best. Not only younger, like you say, but if not one of the English player that is in a best moment. No? But I think he's a player that has potential to improve.
One of the good qualities that you have brought to the Premier League, not only with Tottenham but Southampton, is your work with young English players. What do you see when you look at Jack Grealish? Is there potential there for him to get to the level that Dele has got to?
It's too difficult to judge him because it's difficult when you don't touch the player. You are not every day with them, and that case with Grealish. But I think he's a very talented player with potential, of course, but I cannot explain more because I need to feel the player to try to know better and know better him if he can achieve big thing or he can arrive to play in a top level like now is Dele Alli. No?
Jack has had his problems off the pitch, and I know you don't know him, so I'm not asking you about that. But why have your English players not been involved in anything like that? Why do you keep them well behaved and concentrating on football?
I need to touch wood, no? And I don't know, it's too difficult to explain.
And Steve Bruce, what's your relationship like?
Yes, very good.
You've never lost to him, have you?
No, very happy to meet him again. He's a great man, great manager. I like a lot him. We have a very good relationship. It's good to meet him after a few time again.
And final question from me. We talk a lot about Dele Alli, and quite rightly because he's playing so well, but Christian Eriksen is in the top 2, isn't he, in the Premier League for assists this season with Mesut Ozil. Do you think he can get better, or is he at the peak at the moment as well?
He's another player that can improve and potential to improve. We need to push him to try to get another level. I think he's a player, a very talented player. We are very happy with him. I am very happy with him. The last few months he improved a lot in his game and his belief. I think we are very pleased how he's improving this season.
Thanks.
You said it was a big statement beating Chelsea. How important was it to make that statement?
A big statement about belief, about that we can be competitive in that level, in the high level, and it's for that I think I try to explain, no, that maybe we missed last season to show that we to be competitive how we show against Chelsea. No?
Mr. Dembele said in the week that it was more of a maturity this season that the players have got. Do you think he's right?
Yes, but doesn't mean that only the younger get more mature, are more mature now. I think like a team, because maybe you have 28, 27 or 30-year-old and you get mature enough now after a few seasons to play in under that philosophy and under that way. I think that it's true that like a team now we show with the game against Chelsea that we can be competitive enough to try to achieve title. And yes, I agree with him that maybe wasn't our best game, but the team was competitive, and for win title is not only play well and believe in the way that you play. If not, you need to be competitive, and that was that pleased the most after the game.
You also said that you're going to assess players physically but mentally as well. How much of a strain is the Premier League on players mentally?
Yes, I think it's key. That area is key for me. It's not only tough because the demand, physical demand is unbelievable, is higher, is massive for the player, but mental too. And I think you can see plenty of picture from different league in Europe. In the swimming pool, in the beach, and spending time the player with the family together and get relaxed. But for our player, we're watching, training, playing, and go to the bed early on the night. And I think that is tough because they are very younger and they need to enjoy life. No, different that maybe to us that we are older and we enjoy when we are on the bed. No, but for them they need to enjoy life. No, and it's too difficult for them. We need to understand they are very young and with a lot of energy, and they believe that the life is stopped in few years. And when we know very well after 44 years old that your life maybe start after your career, no? But it's too difficult to translate that feeling, and difficult for that. Sometimes it's not only physical rest, if not mental, that they need to be sometimes relaxed, because if not, they can maybe one day explode. No?
With that in mind, is a competition like the FA Cup useful in that case to kind of rest some of your first team players, or if not, would a cup run get in the way, if you like, of your Premier League ambitions?
No, I think that, like I said before, we need to assess the player and the player that have the possibility and the energy to play. We will mix a little bit. That normally the player that maybe that you say the starting 11 from Chelsea, maybe we mix with some players, and but for that we need to assess all, and tomorrow we will have better picture, and for the player that maybe have the possibility to play because are in a good level, and some player that maybe we believe that we need to give rest and maybe on the bench or maybe out of the squad.
Tom, at the back.
Mauricio, Tottenham historically have been known as a very strong cup team, but not in the last few years, not so much in the FA Cup. Why that is it an aim for you to sort of bring that back?
Yeah, when you say in the last few years, it's from 2 years and a half. That when no, but we play the final against Chelsea 2 years ago, and Capital One. And I think that yes, I would like to go further, and the player too, and the club, of course, the tradition on the cups. It's true that we struggle a little bit for different reasons. We will see. Maybe this season is a good opportunity to go further on the FA Cup. Sometimes it's about luck, it's about period, draw, but in our mind is to go further in the Europa League and the Premier League and the FA Cup, of course, too. But it's true that now is assess our player to try to arrive in a very good condition. I think we have a very strong squad, and it's a moment too that the player work very hard every day, and they don't have the possibility to play, an FA Cup. It's for that maybe we will have or make some changes, but that is not means that it's not important the competition for us, because on the end you can see against Watford different formation, or against Southampton or Swansea, or different. We use different player, or in Champions League. I think for me we need to start to think in that if some player play is important competition, if some player no play. No. I think it's Tottenham play. It's important competition, and we need to trust in all our players, because on the end, for me, football is about collective and try to be all important and feel part of the success and feel part of the fail too. And for that, it's important to keep up, or to give the team a balance in 10 months that we are involved in all competition, and try to that all the players be important. Is of course after some players play more than others, but if are in Tottenham is because are good player and can play in every game and can play in different competition too. No?
You won the Copa del Rey twice with Espanyol.
Twice, yes, with Espanyol,
I mean,
2000 and 2006.
Can you remember that well, and what it did for you as a player and a team?
Yes, for Espanyol was in a period that in a moment that only if we can achieve in that moment big things only was the Copa del Rey, because it was difficult to fight for the Premier League, for the La Liga, and I think it was fantastic memories, because Espanyol, I think after 60 years was the possibility to play the final and win another title and increase the trophies on the ¿cómo se dice? In the cabinet, because it's only one Copa del Rey, and then was the second in 2000 when we played the final against Atlético de Madrid in Valencia, and two trophies in the history, and that was unbelievable for Espanyol, no? And was great. After 6 years, we won again against Zaragoza in Bernabeu, in Santiago Bernabeu, in Real Madrid Stadium, and was fantastic for Espanyol. Yes, one of my best memories are there, no?
And now for you as a manager, because people are talking about you in that sort of top bracket of European coaches now, but do you feel like you need a trophy to sort of join the likes of Mourinho and Guardiola?
I don't care about that. I don't care about title. I want to win title, but because it means a lot for our player, for our club, and for our fans. Of course, my ambition is to win title, but it's a process that you cannot. If I push to win title, is nothing. It's to work, to be calm, and try to give your best, and ensure that one day, if you work hard and you believe, and you never give up, ensure that one day we will arrive.
And last season, you said you'd sing on the pitch with Daniel Levy if you won the tournament. Do you remember? So this season, what are you offering?
Yes, not the same, because I think it was no bad luck to say if we will win, we sing with Daniel on the pitch. Maybe we need to find another challenge, no? Maybe, no?
Dance, maybe?
Dart?
Dance.
Dance? No, dance, no, eh? Dance or dart?
Dance.
Ah,
Maybe the Argentine
dance.
tango. The Argentine tango with Daniel.
Okay, maybe. I try. No? Why not? Yes, of course. Everything that you ask me, if we win the Premier League, I will do in the middle of the pitch, no problem.
Okay, I want to wrap this up now. Go Emma, Alistair, Steve.
Of course.
Emma, quickly.
Mauricio, your team now, how do you think it compares to this time last season?
I don't remember last season. No, I think that we are in a different season, and it's not a comparison, because if we compare with ourselves last season, we must to compare with another team, with the Premier that was different. I think it's not fair to compare today the team with the last season. Only we know that we are improving and we are in a good position, but the most important is how we finish on there. It's not now.
And Aston Villa, are you shocked at how they've done this season? What are you expecting from them this weekend?
Well, I struggled from the beginning. Now it's Steve Bruce. I think it's a team that can fight for promote on Premier League again. It's a long, I think it's a long way to finish the season. I think they have possibility to push on the table. I think it's a very good team. They have a very good player. If you see the team, it's many players that play on Premier League. It's a big club. I think only now is time to win games, to perform as well, but will be for us, of course, a tough game, because in the end, the FA Cup doesn't see about if you are in Premier League or in League One or in Championship. It's a special atmosphere, it's a special competition, and it's only one game.
Okay, Alistair.
Eric Lamela, I see he's gone to Italy to continue his recovery.
Yes.
Just wondering if you could say any more on that and why.
Yes, he went there now. They need to change a little bit the atmosphere, and he have strong links in Rome, and not only we believe that it's important to change a little bit, and in his mind, and if not, he has to finish his recovery time there. And I think the club, us, and the staff, and we believe that it's right, that situation. We hope that after that period is coming again with available to start training with the team. Do you know, always it's difficult for the player that spend a lot of time, more than he believe and we believe, and the energy on the team, sometimes he is frustrated about that cannot be involved, and today it's only him that is out of the group, and you know, because special link with some physio and doctor in Rome, and I think thank you to Rome to open the door to him and try to recover the player with some staff that is with Lamela. Our staff are there with him, and yes, we hope that in few weeks, maybe be available again to be involved in the training session with the rest of the group.
Okay, Steve, last one.
Mauricio, I remember speaking to Gerard Houllier in 2001. Liverpool had an FA Cup final and a UEFA Cup final in the space of 5 days. FA Cup final against Arsenal and UEFA Cup final against Alaves. And Houllier was surprised because he wanted to win the UEFA Cup, but he felt his players wanted to win the FA Cup, which surprised him. If you had to choose, because you're in both competitions, which one is more important to you?
Wow, will be fantastic to be in that situation. Fantastic. I sign now. Will be fantastic to be. At that moment, I will explain. But my feeling is try to win both. You know, when you are so close, is in that moment is to be focused in the first and then in the second final. And it's true that maybe it's difficult because it's not too much time to prepare the second final. But in that moment, maybe I will ask the FA to try to help us to give more time, you know, and change maybe the date of the FA, no?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.